Man, it was just another night in Charlotte, North Carolina, and all I wanted was to fill up my tank and get home to some cold pizza, the kind of night where you're beat from a long shift and the world just feels heavy. I'm Lena Harper, a detective with the Charlotte PD, been working robbery cases for 3 years, and this Shell station on Maple Street was my go-to spot, always bright, always busy. But that night, as I swiped my department-issued credit card at Pump 5, I felt eyes on Mess Harp, like someone was waiting for me to slip up. Enter Jake Thornton, the new security guard, all puffed up chest and a stare that screamed trouble. He strutted over, flashlight in hand, like he was starring in some low-budget action flick, and barked, "Ma'am, I need to see it. Where'd you get that card?" I froze, not cause I was scared, but cause I knew that tone suspicion dipped in prejudice, assuming a black woman like me couldn't possibly have a corporate card. I kept my cool, years of training kicking in, and said, "This is my card, issued by the Charlotte PD. Wanna see my badge?" But Jake wasn't hearing it. "You don't look like no cop," he sneered, stepping closer, his hand twitching toward those zip ties on his belt. The air got thick, folks at the pumps started glancing over, phones creeping out. I tried to de-escalate, reaching for my wallet slow, deliberate, but Jake lost it. "Step away from the car," he yelled, grabbing my arm, twisting it hard, slamming me against my sedan. Pain shot through my shoulder, my cards scattered on the asphalt, and he growled, "You're under citizen's arrest for fraud." Citizen's arrest? This guy was out of his depth, and the crowd knew it. Whoa, kids were filming. An older guy was shaking his head, muttering, "Not again." Here's where it flipped. I managed to hit voice command on my phone, "Call Captain Ellis." Jake knocked it out of my hand, but the call went through. "Lena, what's going on?" Captain Ellis' voice boomed through the speaker, loud enough for everyone to hear. I said, calm as I could, "Captain, I'm being assaulted by a security guard at the Maple Street. Shell thinks my PD card's stolen." Silence. Then Ellis, ice cold, "You said PD card?" Jake's face drained of color, like he'd just realized he'd bet his whole life on the wrong horse. "Stay put. Lena, units are coming." The crowd was buzzing now, phones up, live streams blowing up with comments like, "This dude's done for." Jake stammered, "You're a cop?" I picked up my badge, held it high, and said, "Detective Lena Harper, Robbery Division, been using this card here for years." Sirens wailed, lights flashed, and 3 cruisers rolled in, followed by Captain Ellis himself, all 6'4" of him, looking like he could bench press Jake's ego. "Detective Harper, status?" he asked, eyes locked on Jake, who was shrinking by the second. Shoulders messed up. Sir Guard accused me of fraud, wouldn't check my ID, then got physical. Jake tried to sputter an excuse. "I thought it was stolen." But Ellis cut him off, voice like steel. "You're not a cop, Thornton. You don't get to play judge and jury." The cuffs came out, and Jake's bravado crumbled as Sergeant Patel read him his rights. But the real kicker? The store manager, Carla, ran out, horrified, saying, "Lena, I'm so sorry, this isn't the first time Jake's targeted black customers." That's when I knew this wasn't just one bad apple. It was a whole rotten system. Turns out, Jake worked for Apex Security, a company training guards to profile high-risk customers, code for targeting minorities. My case blew the lid off, sparking an FBI raid that uncovered training manuals from a shady firm called Prime Shield, teaching guards to see black shoppers as threats. It wasn't just Jake. It was a network affecting thousands across the country. The trial was a circus me testimony. Victims like Dr. Maya Ruiz, a surgeon humiliated at a toy store, and Jake himself, who flipped, spilling how Apex trained him to harass folks who didn't fit. Guilty verdicts rained down, Apex went bankrupt, and those manuals? Shredded. I'm Chief Harper now, heading a unit to stop this nonsense for good. But here's the thing, was Jake just a pawn, or did he choose to lean into the hate? What do you think? Drop justice in the comments, tell me where you're from, and let's talk, how do we stop systems like this from turning regular folks into villains?